So, this is the unboxing of the Heaven and Earth Tarot. This is what this is what it came in. I um I bought it from Walmart. That was the best price. And this is just they wrapped it with some plastic, not even just regular plastic. I feel the box in there. So if it's bent, I'm going to be kind of pissed. Um I saw this tarot deck when it started as a Kickstarter and I wanted it right away. I couldn't afford it, and I couldn't afford it. The first, I don't know how long it's been out. The first year was ungodly expensive, and I just wasn't going to pay that much money. They have gone down. I think this was 23, maybe. Um, as usual, I don't have, I could get the camera around, but that's always a pain in the ass. I'm going to open up. Let's see here. Yeah, just a piece of Walmart. Wow, nice hard box, and it's one of these little. The top comes up. I know there is plenty of people that have already done these videos because this has been out for quite some time. Oh, I think I'm backwards now too. Damn it. Anyway, what is this deck? Well, it is the Rider Waite Smith imagery and partially uh, Golden Dawn imagery and one part uh, Toth Tarot deck imagery. So it's imagery. It's basically all these decks are under the Golden Dawn umbrella. I think, though, from what I've seen so far, boy, I hope this isn't backwards. We'll find out. You know what? Let's find out. Nah. Um, I've looked through a few videos and whatnot. It is predominantly more a Rider Waite deck than the others. Though there are some very interesting surprises on this deck. Like for instance, when I open up the High Priestess, the imagery of the camel, which is on the Crawley deck, um, is quite interesting. It appears in the background. Um, for a very realistic looking deck, realistically rendered, it has a very dreamy quality. Again, oh, there is a booklet, and I believe, oh no, no pictures. Darn, that's a shame. Well, that's always good. Though I'm wondering already if I have the right because now there's so many copies. Even like if you buy on Amazon, you don't know if you're actually buying the real one. You have to really be careful what you buy. This looks like the deck. I'm thinking. Um, I thought I saw one that was in color, but maybe not. All right, so that is actually quite a lot of pages. It doesn't have, yeah, it does have pages. It's 100 and wow, 112 pages. No, 125 pages. Very small book. All right. And again, the box or a part of it with the lid. I love boxes like that. It's just all right. It is wrapped in plastic. Let's take that off. Um, I don't buy very many decks anymore because I'm saving up for a car. But the price was pretty damn good. And you know what? I wanted this I know it must have been like 2 or 3 years ago. I wanted it so bad. I thought, "You know what? When you get to your age this certain age, you don't really hold back. Go and get what you want." Alright. Sorry. So we have, I guess you're going to call it a title card. Now, on the videos, well, yeah, the backs are kind of shiny, glossy, but it's not really that bad. I mean, all right. And then in the back, it's just the company card to represent the company. But again, see how the glare in real life, like when you're looking at it, it does not look that glary. But of course, the camera and all that shit. Now, I don't think you're going to really see it here, but I'm seeing it in real life, right? And what he did, or they did, I don't know who, it was two people, or on the bottom, they put all these occult symbols that that the cards is tied into astrological and all this stuff. That's fine. But you have to almost have like a diploma to know how to read it. I mean, it's just like, why? I don't know. I just it is a um very beautiful art, the Fool. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to actually go through them all because the glare is just I'm doing it at night when it came late. It came in like 6 p.m. at night. Um but as I was talking about how it's three different decks. So like for instance on the Arcana, this looks very similar to the Rider-Waite Smith, but there is a dove over here, and that dove corresponds to the Fool in the Crowley deck. Um, Now, where it really shines with the Golden Dawn, and when I say Golden Dawn tarot, not particularly any tarot that was made using Golden Dawn, but the Golden Dawn teachings is the Pip deck, or not Pip decks, but the Minor Arcana. This deck, like the Thoth deck, that has a word that describes each card. This one doesn't use the Thoth tarot um, words, but the Golden Dawn, because the Golden Dawn kind of differs from Crowley, um, as it should, since Crowley broke away from him. And there's the Magician. Very nice deck. Again, very realistically render, and yet it has a sort of atmosphere like don't know, almost like it's a different world setting. I don't know if the backing is sort of a Star of David type design, black and silver. Oh, I don't know if this is going to show up. I see it, but in the background is the camel. I love that. Though this is kind of odd that they would go, and I see this now in this deck now that I'm just going through it. The Christian imagery is quite powerful with this one, oddly enough. Even though they're basing it on Golden Dawn and the variations of it. Lots of Christian imagery. The Empress. Somebody was saying online that she looks too young to be the Empress. I totally agree. But again, really nice. You see the Venus symbol up on top instead of being down here like it is in the Smith Waite. The Emperor. I'm still not certain if I like the banner. I think, I mean, if you're going, what would you put there? Would you just put a straight banner? Probably not. So it does definitely fit into it. But honestly, here, and I don't know, I don't think it really shows up on camera. It doesn't really show up in real life either. I think it's very hard to see the names on the thing. And then this one, the lovers, why is he picking her up and carrying her? I mean, all these other cards are so similar to the Smith Waite or the Toth deck. This is an image that's not really found in anything. Chariot. Very much like the Waite deck, but notice how, I mean, the Waite deck, he's got armor on, but in this one, he has his helmet on. Strength. And note how it's number like the Waite. Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. This one, I was looking at online the other day and before this came in, it reminds me kind of like the Krishna, the Hare Krishna books that has the illustrations. Actually, that's what the art style looks like too. The very realistic, dreamy like settings. But this machinery thing reminds me of some of the stuff I've seen in that. Justice. Very beautiful deck. Very beautiful. I'm not really certain about this one. This is the Hangman. Why does he have a thing on his chest? I don't know. It's interesting though. This is a very. It's like they didn't really know which way to go. They went Smith Waite, but then also wait there, Aleister Crowley, the hanging from the Ankh. That's what they have in the Toth deck. So why? This one is one of the most the death card. Look at that horse. I mean, and yet again, very much like the Waite deck. This is Temperance, the Devil. I I think it kind of it kind of goes the, the distance, but then you look down at the people and no, not really. They look like models more than people chained by their desires. The Tower, the Star. Why in the world does she have to wear this thing? Make her nude. That's coming from a gay man. The Moon. Very nice piece. The Sun. There must be something to. I mean, he's real hard up on the Jewish. Though I think there was some talk in mysticism where it predates Judaism. Maybe I don't know. Put it in the comments. Judgment. The World. I don't know if I'm going to go through them all. Ace of Cups. Two Cups. Three Cups. In many way, because they follow the Rider Waite deck so much, you know what the image is going to be. Now, like I said though, each of the minor arcana has a word or two describing the cards, like the Thoth deck does, but they don't use the Thoth. They use the Golden Dawn. I think we're at 5 cups. 6, 7, 8, 9. Very interesting symbolism. 10. And what do we have? Princess, knights, cups. Okay. So he does not go by the Golden Dawn standard here. He goes by, there is no page. Instead of page, there's Princess of Cups. Okay. So there's Princess of Cups, Knight of Cups. Again, that was the Smith Waite, how it broke away from the Golden Dawn deck. Is that because the Golden Dawn deck, I believe, has Queen, Knight, Prince, Princess, like the Thoth deck, or definitely Thoth deck has it. Queen of Cups, and then King of Cups. Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Look at the light pouring in from that window. Really nice. 4, 5 of Pentacles, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, I'm looking at these and I'm just like, again, the atmosphere of it, the rendering of it is it, especially when you think of like the Waite deck, which this is so much based upon. The Waite deck, I don't want to say it has a cartoonish, it has an illustrative quality to it. You know, this is an illustration done by hand, and so the the little ticks it has is very much Pamela Coleman Swift's ticks, right? She draws faces this way, she does this way, and you look at these, they are so well rendered and have a great atmosphere, but you realize what you're looking at by knowing the Smith deck. Princess, that's a nice one. Knight, Queen, King, Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 5 of Wands. Look at that. That's very different. That is not in the Smith Waite deck. So, Strife. I don't know what the 5 of Wands is in the Crawley. They might be Strife also. I don't know. So I do know there are various, they're different. Victory. Hmm, that's nice. Or something so simple. That's interesting. The knight. The knights are very dramatic in this deck. I'm looking. Wow, look at that queen. Very good card stock. These are going to last a good long time, and I'm happy for that. I want to say I paid 23 bucks. I don't know. It was significantly cheaper than Amazon, and it was free shipping too. Though the shipping will take longer. They Walmart, but mine came in early. It was expected not to come in for another 4 or 5 days. Three of Swords. It's just so much like the weight deck, though. Why? I mean, I guess it is kind of neat. Oh, this is beautiful. It is kind of neat to see the cartoonish sort of drawings replaced by very realistic ones. But it's also the same stuff. Beautiful card. Hmm. I tell you, get the end of the swords, it all gets pretty nasty. And last for swords, the 10. We have Princess, Knight of Swords, again, dramatic charging of the horse, Queen of Swords. And I'm just realizing King of Swords. Is he in a wheelchair or is that a chariot? Two of them are in one of those. I'll have to look into the book. Hopefully, see what it tells me. So anyway, that's just a flip through and the opening of it. That's all this is going to be. I've been wanting this deck for a very long time. I'm glad I bought it. Wow, that's really nice. Nice stiff board. I mean, that's going to last a good long time. I really love the feel of this, and it's still small, but not too. It's big, but not too big, not too small. Very nice, nicely. You know, I'm going to say that's probably the same size as the weight deck. So again, I give it an A for atmosphere. I mean but I will be reading and hopefully I think that is going to be a very good book to read as far as and needed to read for this deck. A lot of esoteric stuff put on there, which did you really need to do that? And the title ribbons, I don't know. I'm still off on that one. So anyway, I am exhausted. It is late. I gotta get up at 4 a.m. Hope you enjoy it. Maybe it was, it's my reaction. Have a good night.